reconciliation. The ship is currently holding position approximately 300 meters above the other end of this plateau.
So how do we get inside the ship if it's in the air? The Corps issued me a rifle, not wings.
There's a gravity lift that ferries troops and supplies between the ship and the surface. That's our ticket in.
Once we get inside the ship, I should be able to lock on to the tracking signal from Captain Key's neural implants.
Get 'em, Marines! Go, go, go! The Corps ain't paying us by the hour!
Stick to the higher ground to the right. We should be able to recon the Covenant position without being spotted.
What's up guys, Commander, and welcome to a new video on Halo Combat Evolved. Now, before we start this episode, I just want to say that as of recording this, we are currently in the UK in the middle of our COVID-19 lockdown. Now, while I don't want to get too engrossed into this COVID-19 thing because it's not relevant to Halo at all, I do just want to say that most probably from this episode onwards, there's probably not going to be any commentary to these videos. Now, the main reason being is that when I record, I focus very heavily on being alone in my home in order to record, right? I focus very heavily on let me just mute myself. You like to be able to hear, but I can't hear it. But I focus very heavily on being alone in my household whilst I record, just for the mainly just so that A1 I don't get interrupted, and B2 that like I'm not disrupting or interrupting anybody else in my house while I'm like doing stuff, and while they're trying to do stuff as well. So that's what I focus on. The fact that I've got my home alone, but while we're in lockdown in the UK, I've pretty much got people around me 24/7, and the only reason why I'm able to do this recording at the moment is because my other household members are actually on a walk with the dog at the moment, and because I've already been out walking the dog, or I went for a walk earlier anyway, so I'm not allowed to go out again anyway, so that's the reason why I'm actually able to stay inside to do this recording. But this episode might, even if they come back, I might just have to stop my audio and might just go straight to music. But what I'm going to plan with these episodes is that it'll be basically raw gameplay, no commentary, but music, unless otherwise stated. So let's say I can get some commentary in, I will do the commentary. But if I can't, it will just be raw gameplay. It'll be raw gameplay with music in the background, and the episodes will be very heavily cut, so it's not anything, there's no aimless me walking around like I am doing now, just randomly shooting things with no purpose, because that's not interesting, that's boring. So it will be very heavily cut, and only things that are relating to the story and other things in that regard will actually make it into the episode. And again, it's mainly just because I want to try and get this Halo episode finished, this Halo series finished, so that when Halo 2 comes out, or Halo 2 Anniversary comes out, sorry, I can literally get straight into it. And I don't actually have to wait to finish this campaign first, which was the issue with the Control gameplay. There's a massive delay on me recording this gameplay because I really wanted to get in and do my Halo Combat Evolved Let's Play, but I had to finish doing Control first because of the nature of the game, and how my Let's Plays were working at the time. I couldn't have two Let's Plays running at once, because then it would get to the point where I wouldn't have anything to go on a Sunday when Control actually ended up finishing. So I was in a bit of a sticky situation there, and I don't want that to happen with Halo 2 Anniversary. Now, I am in a bit of this COVID-19 lockdown. Now everybody's having to work from home. I'm a bit of I assume advantage, I would say, because everybody's now having to work from home. So Halo 2 Anniversary's release date has been, and will probably continue to be, delayed until further notice. So that gives me a little bit of a head start in getting these videos out. So as soon as Halo 2 Anniversary does release, I know that I can just play it. So that's a little bit of consolation in that regard. But even so, it's still a bit of a pain. I still have to think about it. But, my initial reaction was, and you most probably saw it on Twitter, that I said that I was going to postpone my recording sessions, but then I saw a video on YouTube saying that Halo 2 Anniversary has already started its flighting, and especially considering that especially considering that if it does come out before this lockdown is lifted, which there's a very high chance that it will. I'm trying to think about where I've got to go now. That's everywhere. I've most probably that this Halo 2 Anniversary, once 343 have settled into their offices at home, most probably they'll release Halo 2 Anniversary as soon as while they're in lockdown. So I've then got to work that out as well. So then I'm even further behind, because then I've got to finish my Halo Combat Evolved Let's Play, and then I've got to start Halo 2. So it's a bit of a pain, you know, I'd rather do it with full commentary, but I physically am not in the ability to do so, you know. Like, I can just about get round my my Clone Wars reviews just as I can, just in little like 10 minutes. Luckily I don't have to do that long audio recording with the because of the nature of how the reviews work, but I'm literally having to when I finish work, or when I'm like on my way home from work, or when I'm like sat outside my house, I'm literally having to audio record on my phone. You most probably noticed it. My car's a little bit easy. My car's quite good because like there's not an awful lot of echo in my car, because it is quite a small car, so it's quite like noise cancellating. There's quite a lot of noise dampening in it. However, there's just I'm having to sit in my car for like 10 minutes at a time, just on my own, just talking to myself, because I need to get that audio recording done. And literally that's the only time in this entire area that since this lockdown started, I've actually had the time on my own to do some audio recording. It's really sad that is the case. That's what's had to happen, but I haven't got a choice. You know, it's either that or those reviews won't go out, and I really want those reviews to go out because of I want that series to consistently go. You know, I have got a load of videos, all of my Star Wars movie reviews, all the way, and brief series reviews that go from episode 1 all the way up to Rise of Skywalker, which include the Clone Wars, Rebels, and the Mandalorian. All of those videos have already pre-recorded, so that's my Monday video sorted, probably until this lockdown's finished. However, there's everything else. Like, I think I'm recording this on, I think it's the 10th of April. I think this week of videos, aside from my Halo series, I'm actually going to run out of videos to go out on the Tuesday, and there's nothing else that's going to have to go in there, because I can't do anything else. So you know, unless I have like a 10-minute audio recording session where I can do like a small let's play, let's say PC Building Simulator or what have you, but even so, I'll most probably save that and prioritize my Halo series as well, because this actually would work better with audio commentary in it anyway. So, you know, I don't know, but yeah, it's a pain, and I don't wish for it to be like this. Oh, Johnson's back alive. Hello, fella. You know, I don't wish for this to be the case, but it's out of my control. There is nothing I can do about the situation that I'm in. You know, the only other thing that I can do is audio record a separate bit of audio and then put a gameplay over the top and just talk with it, but that sort of takes it away from the fact that it's Halo. You know, this episode has sort of been like not what I intended this episode to be, but I've been so behind with everything with this COVID-19 lockdown and everything going on, like I haven't got anything to do anymore.
Coming here was reckless. You two know better than this. Thanks. Marines, lock and load your weapons. Let's be ready to move.
Yes, sir.
While the Covenant had us locked up in here, I overheard the guards talking about this ring world. They call it Halo.
One moment, sir. Accessing the Covenant BattleNet. According to the data in their networks, the ring has some kind of deep religious significance. If I'm analyzing this correctly, They believe that Halo is some kind of weapon, one with vast, unimaginable power.
That's true. The Covenant kept saying that whoever controls Halo controls the fate of the universe.
Now I see. I have intercepted a number of messages about a Covenant search team scouting for a control room. I thought they were looking for the bridge of a cruiser that I damaged during the battle above the ring. But they must be looking for Halo's control room.
That's bad news. If Halo is a weapon, and the Covenant gain control of it, they'll use it against us and wipe out the entire human race. Chief, Cortana, I have a new mission for you. We need to beat the Covenant to Halo's control room. Marines, let's move!
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Chief, you have the point.
You know, which is really, it's really sad to say, you know, but I'm learning a bit of new software and I've got college work to do, but it's just, there's nothing else left for me to do because I've got nothing to do. You know, YouTube I can't do because it means I have to talk and commentate, and I can't do that, you know, because that's just a pain because I've got no actual audio, like recording setup anymore as of current, you know. So it's stupid, and I wish it wasn't the case, but it is, unfortunately, you know. And in this episode, this is sort of what it would be like if I was to just do like audio recordings over the top of it, of this series. And as you can see, like, I can tell that I'm pretty much just distracted from what is actually going on in this like episode, because like there's literally nothing. Like, I would be talking about this gameplay and how the graphics, like I switched between the graphics a couple of times. I would have commented by now on how much on how good they improve, even though it's like a age-old game. And you know, I wouldn't necessarily say the graphics in Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary look necessarily good by today's standard, but in comparison they look really good. You know, I would be commenting on stuff like that. However, because I'm having to talk about things in relation to COVID-19 and what that's putting the channel on in that regard, you know, that is the way it's going, you know, and it doesn't seem good for a video because I'm not talking about something that's in relation to the gameplay. You know, I may as well just put like a Halo like 2 multiplayer video and then just stick some audio underneath it, you know, or some like Battlefront 2 gameplay and over the top of it for the difference that it makes, because it really, in that regard, doesn't make that much difference what I'm doing at the moment. But that's the nature of what it's come to, you know. And it won't always be like this, you know. I get back into YouTube once I've got some time off, and you know, I will get back into commentating. I will, whenever I'm at home alone for like half an hour, I will jump on, and as soon as I'm home alone, I will jump on and I will do an audio recording, you know. If ever, like, I'm, you know, there's more than like 2 rooms in my house, so if it needed be, I don't even know if I'm meant to go this way or not. No, I don't think so.